How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Wolf, and today I wanted to make a little more of a personal video. These are not really problems, let's say, but just some personal things I really wish that Guild Wars 2 would add from all of my gameplay and all my time over the years. They're really small things across the board, but they're just my personal wants if I were to be able to make a couple of changes or add a few things. So, with that being said, where do I want to start? This is a very important list after all. No, it's not. It's all minor grievances. But where I would want to start is with Warrior, the most unloved class in Guild Wars 2. As seen by the fact Paragon gets like 4 animations and 1 pair of wings. But what I would suggest to start is bring back 3-hit Arc Divider. Yeah, I just won over every Warrior main there, didn't I? Reason being is it's just cool as fuck. That is honestly fantastic. If you're playing a Warrior that can't literally spin to win, it's a little bit tragic. That's kind of the point of why we picked the archetype. Barbarians, Warriors, like Bladestorm in World of Warcraft, Whirlwind in any ARPG. We pick Warrior to spin. We are simple men with big sword. It is not that hard. And they gave us 3-hit Arc Divider, which was basically a whirlwind that pulsed 3 hits perpetually. It did less damage per hit than the singular slice that there is now, but it's just not as cool, and it's not half as fun. And I'm personally a little bit biased when it comes to this, because I came back to use 3-hit Arc Divider, because I saw a World vs. World roaming montage where someone was basically spinning with Bladestorm, and I was like, yo, that's sick as fuck, I want to use that. And so I came back, made a Warrior, leveled it all the way manually up to level cap, because I wanted to do the experience rather than just toming it again. And they had removed it the previous month. I was so fucking mad, it was fucking crazy. So, yeah, I'm gonna be making a new Guardian that allows me to use, basically the only spin left in the game. And on top of that, Guardian has the spin budget, because Willbender also has another AoE spin. So you have Whirling Wrath with Greatsword, and then you use Willbender, then you spin again. Give one of them back, please. Come on, bro. It's not fair. Okay, now, the next thing that I want to cover is the movement locks. So let me just buy a sword real fast. Let me just buy some basic sword on Guardian here. And I shall log over and show you what I mean. Let me spend... we'll spend 50 silver for showcase. Sure, someone can get mad at me for buying a non-optimal sword. Whatever. So, if we use our Sword 3, you'll see Zealot's Defense. You can move with it. Now, this, of course, Guardian is ArenaNet's most beloved class, and just favorite boy across the board. Don't ask me why, but for some reason it is. It gets all of the fancy animations and all of the cool stuff, but for those of you who haven't played Guild Wars 2 in a very long time, you'll know this skill used to movement lock you. And as a result, you would have the shield in front of you that blocks missiles and does a little bit of a block on it. However, they decided to remove the movement lock to just allow you to move. Like so. This is a fantastic design decision, and I absolutely love it. Genuinely 10 out of 10. I am not complaining that they have this. I am asking them to put it on Warrior. Now, I am asking them, quite literally, to go against their own design decisions that they said in the design docket, where they basically stated that they like 100 Blades as a locked movement ability. Which is very funny, because 100 Blades as an actual concept in Guild Wars 1 was a buff that you would put up, which would then allow you to run around to the next groups of targets to find the biggest pack to then use Whirlwind Attack, or Final Thrust, or Galrath Slash, to then spin on everything and do crazy damage. If you got Splinter Weaponed, you do even more damage. And in Guild Wars 2, you get movement locked. And if you move to the side, it ends immediately. So this makes it so that if you're doing any kind of PvE content, it requires you to either have the boss in a spot where you can hit them for a long period of time, have quickness, so that that happens in half the speed, so then you'd want to pop Frenzy, for example, to get through the animation even faster, or you want to land a crowd control, which requires you to basically run a bar like this in PvP. I mean, you're not required to run Frenzy, but you need some kind of crowd control to lock someone, some kind of swiftness, and then some kind of way to land 100 blades. and most of the time you're not going to get the final strike because you have to move or act or what have you. So what winds up happening is most people will do 100 blades for half the animation, and then whirlwind attack through it once they get up and start moving again, because you'll probably be able to get more damage over top of this. So, my suggestion, just unlock this already. It's been 10 years, bro. Like, who do we have to blow to get this ability to fucking work? Like, come on, dude. It's one of the most iconic warrior abilities in Guild Wars 1. And if you step to the left, your class breaks. We're better than this. Come on, dude. And then, moving on to my third point, is going to be add rifle to ranger. Simple, effective, can't do it. We got a third longbow, or a third bow instead. So they showed with the Weapon Master update that they're more than willing to add weapons across the board. So why don't they just do community fulfillment at this point? 3 and 3.5 will be just add Elementalist longbow to just shut them up. It's been 12 years of them asking for it, bro. 12 years of people wanting Elementalist Longbow, or Thief Greatsword, or all these sorts of things. Just do one more Weapon Master in the next expansion. Halfway through, just go, alright, we're doing a community acceptance year. We got all 5 specs, right? We got Paragon, Ritualist, Monk, Assassin, Dervish, all in the same expansion. You will earn so much community credit if you do another Weapon Master in the middle, which, by the way, would blow people out of the fucking water. We didn't tie the elite specs to weapons, but we're gonna give you weapons anyway. Oh my god, people will go hog wild. The amount of fucking reception you'd get would be crazy good. Crazy, crazy good. You do Greatsword Thief. You do Longbow Elementalist. You do Rifle Ranger. So then you actually have a secondary ranged weapon that's not Spear on Ranger. Because, fun fact, Longbow and Shortbow are your only actual ranged weapons aside from Axe. And Axe doesn't count because it's a fucking Axe. We use Axe for Axe 5 anyways most of the time. So, just do one more Weapon Master update and just make everybody happy. Just please, for your sake, for my sake, like, just come on, bro. We can do this. It's a team effort. I believe in us. And one final thing for community acceptance that people would absolutely adore you for is there's a couple of things that need to come back. There's a couple of things that need to be done here. And it's very, very simple to do this. Either A, you can make even more money from them, or B, you can introduce them into the game via some of the systems you already fundamentally have. Now, what do I mean by this? There are certain items that are entirely locked away from player acquisition at this point. So, for example, this is going to hit home very heavily for anyone who plays Elementalist, or who saw the Evoker reveal, which allows you to specialize in one singular element, which is really sick. Been waiting for that for years. Everyone's been looking forward to it. It's the every Elementalist wants to literally just hard campfire, and they won't let us. So here's an elite spec that lets you hard campfire. Okay, great. You know what would be fantastic? A headpiece that allows you to look like a wizard, right? Lets you look like a mage. And then on top of this, really cool thing, you'll notice that my hair color is actually different, because the cool thing about this hair, or about this helmet, that's also effective with the cat ears helmet that I have here, is that the hair color is actually a dye channel. This is one of the coolest things they've ever done, because it gets around having to use recustomized hair kits over and over and over and over again. Which, yes, okay, loses them money in the long run, sure, which is probably why this isn't available anymore. However, you do the exact same thing with this helmet. So if I go to the Black Line Trading Company here, we type in Abyss Dye, preview, 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 now we have black hair. It's that simple. It's on a very good hairstyle that works for a lot of characters, and this hairstyle will change based on what race you're playing, and it allows you to then recustomize your hair without having to go through all of the excess processes and burn your Black Lion statuettes, so that sort of thing. And on top of that, they've shown they're willing to put this in things already, because of the Black Lion merchant here, who sells the Vagabond helmet right here. This does the exact same thing, as you can see right here. It'll do the same process, and it's in the Black Lion situation for 45 Black Lion statuettes. I'm an idiot and spent my currency, and I didn't know stuff like this was coming, so I should have saved it. But, you know, that's life, right? So what about this item? What is it that pisses people off about this? It's not acquirable anymore. At all. You would literally have to go through and fill out every single item in here, and then use a wardrobe unlock to get this item. That is billions of gold. I don't know the actual math, that's a made up number. Probably 1,000,000 gold at least to get every single skin in the game, and then pull it from an account wardrobe unlock to be able to get access to this. Because it was a Soto release for the pre-order. So if we look at the Black Lion Trading Company, right now there's the pre-order for Visions of Eternity. So in this case, each one of these has a different bonus. So if we go through here, you'll see the compare option. So in this case, you would get the Tentacled Skimmer, and then the Fairy Dust Gathering Tools and all of this. This helmet was basically in the slot of the Skimmer for Soto 2 years ago. Now, personally, I was playing, but I was busy at the time, and I also didn't read this at the time, that this was an option, and you can't even preview these things. So you can't right-click preview any of this. So you just read Arcane Hat, and you're like, okay, whatever, fine. And then you see it in-game, and you're like, oh shit, that really fits every Spellcaster transmog, and it's not available anymore. What's even worse is it says, obtained from the Black Lion Trading Company. That's literally a lie. It never shows up. It is not available in the trading company whatsoever. Fundamental misprint on the item. Now, ways you could get around this is A, you could bring it back in a promotion, right? And this is the thing, is this isn't just one item. This is the item that I know, but there is other stuff that is, you know, a 1 week exclusive, or a Twitch drop exclusive, or all these sorts of things. Now, in other games, people really enjoy FOMO because it means I have something you don't, haha, fuck you. Guild Wars 2 is a cooperative game where people actually enjoy working with other people. Crazy concept, I know. It's like we've all congregated in the one nice place and we're like, okay, all you toxic fucks play the other games. It's really, really nice. However, ArenaNet doesn't seem to have the grasp on that concept particularly, and still thinks that people enjoy FOMO concepts. But thankfully, I've seen a lot of pushback in regards to Guild Wars 2 for things like this, where people are basically saying, just hand it out. I have it, I don't want it, can I give it to somebody else? And because there's no trade system in Guild Wars 2, which, oh hell, I'll make that point 5. I'll make that point number 5. Give me a trade window. Give me just a raw trade window, please. For the love of fucking God, it's been 12 years. You had a trade window in Guild Wars 1. Give me the trade window. Make it the exact same. Copy the tech, paste the tech. It's so much better. If you wanted to sell a legendary in Guild Wars 2 and avoid the trading post tax, you would literally have to send it to someone in the mail on prayer and then hope they mail you back the gold. Imagine that. If you get sent an eternity, 95% of people are logging off. Unless your reputation matters to you, because you're a content creator or someone in a trading space, you just log off. Who knows? Who cares? Mail it to a different account, and then, like, oh, whatever, you scammed somebody. Congratulations. The ability to scam people because there is no trade window, toxic. Toxic as fuck. Absolutely despise it. You could even make it so you could trade gems, and now we have Warframe. Oh my god, how good is that? How good is that? You could trade weapon skins. There would be a skin economy so much better than everything else. Like, dude, just bring back the Guild Wars 1 system. It would be so good. It would be so good. We literally already made the economy, brother. Well, we already made the economy. We already did the work. So, yeah. Well, if you think that this is possible to acquire, let me just go through to the upgrades here and show you that very, very quickly in... Where is Soto here? Is there the option for it? Heart of Thorns Deluxe Upgrade. Janthier Wilds Deluxe Upgrade. Where is the option here? Oh, it doesn't exist. Does it not exist? Oh, Secrets of the Obscure Deluxe Upgrade. It doesn't let you have it. For whatever reason. Magic Juggle Emote. Astral Ward Feathered Raptor Skin. This is the type of helmet I would literally pay 2,400 gems to have because it's so unique. And because of the dye channel hair, it would actually be so worth it across the board that, like, I would actually almost spend 2,400 out of the 4,000 it would give you for the ultimate ultimate upgrade of a normal expansion to buy the deluxe upgrade to then get this on my account. But, like, Literally, I would give you 2,400 gems or farm my ass off to get this item. One singular item. Legendary level status, just about. If you just put it in here. Like, think about the amount of money you could make from that. Or, you can use an already in-game system. So I covered multiple ways to do this. You either bring it back for a promotional note. You then you also put it in the deluxe upgrade. Or you you allow it as a tradable item, like I said, with bringing back a trade window as 0.5. Or you go to Lion's Arch down here, and you go into Hooligan's Route, and you use the built-in system you already have that allows you to bring back fundamental stuff. Now, here's the ironic kicker. The Wizard's Vault is anti-FOMO with legacy rewards, and I love this system. Absolutely praise them for this system. The fact that you can go through and get all of this stuff in the daily system, like this. You could use this to bring back pre-orders. You could use this to bring back unique stuff. This is like the Deep Rock Galactic rewards panel where you get everything. You could expand this even further and make so much fucking money and good community rep from it. But the NPC right here with the bonus event merchant literally gives you stuff like the Expedition Cape, which was a unique option. Warrenville Taxix Spear, Fractal Gate Portals, Wings of the Sunless. Like, you can use this vendor that fundamentally already exists to just put it in here for either pristine fractal relics or some kind of currency or whatever it is. You can make it cost Rift currency, so then they have to go back and play your expansion. Then there's all of a sudden massive reasons to go and replay through the game because we've unlocked a bunch of FOMO items, but they all cost currency from those expansions, so go play the expansions. Like, that's the cool part about Guild Wars 2, is stuff like literally one item, one spear, can be a process of earning and unlocking it, because this requires a bunch of swim speed infusions. Okay, well, swim speed infusions require you to go on the trading post and then purchase plus 10 swim speed infusions, which are pretty cheap. So you need 200, so it would be 200 is, okay, 59 gold. So now you need to go on a process of making 59 gold. In my case, I could just buy the thing outright, but you would go on a process of making money, which would be either playing fractals, doing meta trains, going and doing Labyrinth if the event's up, doing boss blitz if Festival of the Four Winds is up. Like, there's a lot of different ways you can go about doing things, and because you want to make the currency, you then play the game, right? I know, shocker, crazy. But that's the cool advantage that Guild Wars 2 has, is that every single item can be a micro-adventure, and they can amplify this by bringing back all of the FOMO items that people are still bitching about to this day, and putting them in a place where you can earn them either through this or through the Wizard's Vault with the legacy rewards, depending how long you want to keep this system, obviously, because they might get rid of it, they might not, I don't know. I hope they don't. It's a fantastic system. I hope they just expand this window all the way down and allow you to keep pretty much everything, because it is very good across the board, but maybe they want to make updates in the future, and who knows. But yeah, so that is my 5 things I wish Guild Wars 2 would do in 2025, I suppose. Reason being is that some of that shit just annoys me, honestly. Like I said, it's all minor complaints, all sort of minor bullshit, but I feel like there's so much good community value that they could get very, very, very easily. And they could do all of that within 1 year just by tweaking a couple of things and adding a few things across the board. And I think that the community reception they would get from it would be absolutely god tier. Let me know if there's anything in the comments below that I missed or that you would like to see come to Guild Wars 2, or any of the small, minute changes that piss you off that you really wish would that you could see changed. But yeah, that is my list of things I wish they would change in Guild Wars 2. Thank you for listening, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.